Hello there. Now tonight I've got one of my favourite films of all time here tonight, which I'm going to attempt to review. And that film was directed by one of the best film directors around, by the name of Brian De Palma. And the film in question is called Body Double. Now this is the UK Blu Ray version, which I got a few months back, and it's got a very nice transfer. It's allegedly taken from a 4K master, so it was obviously remastered in 4K, but I suspect it was probably just upscaled 4K that it was taken from, because if you go on the Internet Movie Database, it tells you on there when you look at the technical specifications section on each film, and it tells you the actual resolution of the film, what it was shot in, what it was mastered in, and you'll find that most films were mastered in 2K resolution. And that includes all of the films that were released on 4K Blu-ray. Anyway, I'm getting a bit off the track here. But anyway, this film is a very good film. It's a sort of murder mystery thriller. And I've also got two other versions of this film here. I've got this other one here. They've all got the same cover, by the way. This is the US version, which is a bit more colourful on the cover there. You can see the red's a bit stronger. And this version is extremely rare now because it's sold out worldwide. It was only released in about a few thousand copies were released worldwide, and they've all sold out now. But this is the Region A version. It was on the Twilight Time label, because Twilight Time in America are famous for releasing only so many copies of each film, so they all usually sell out and then they become extremely rare, and people sell them on eBay for like extortionate amounts of money. And I paid about 50 something quid for this. Little did I know it was going to come out in the UK for around 15 quid or something. I didn't think that was going to happen. But anyway, that's the US version. And the other version I've got here, because I've got three versions of it. I think this is an Italian version. Yet again, it's got the same cover, but the title's in a different place. It's at the bottom of the cover instead of at the top. As you can see, it's got the same picture again. And they've all got different back covers. Here's the back cover of this one, which actually has a picture there of Craig Wasson looking through his telescope. And I don't think this one's got any special features on it. They've all got 5.1 Dolby Digital sound. I think it's DTS HD, the standard, sort of sound format for Blu-ray. And I'll just show you the back cover of the US version now. As you can see, this one's got a nice picture there of Craig Wasson with Melanie Griffith. This one's got some special features on it. You'll probably see them on the back there. There's a few things on there. But the UK version's got the most special features out of all of them. It's got the same special features that's on this US version as well, with some new ones thrown in. The UK version has a rare interview with Craig Wasson. Here's the back cover of the UK version. Hopefully you'll be able to read the special features there at the top. But like I say, it's got a rare interview with Craig Wasson, where he talks about starring in Body Double and what it was like working with Brian De Palma, and also talks about some of the other films he's appeared in and stuff. But like I say, the transfer on this one I think is a bit better than the other two versions. They're all good transfers, but I think this one looks a bit better. I watched it on the TV the other night, and I've also watched it on my cinema screen upstairs on the big screen. But I didn't watch this version, I watched the Italian version, and that one's supposed to be taken from 4K as well. But it still looked really good on the big screen. Anyway, the film itself is basically about an actor, an out-of-work actor, who loses his apartment because he was living with his girlfriend. I'm not sure if it was his girlfriend or his wife. And basically she's cheating on him. So she kicks him out of the apartment, so he's got nowhere to stay now. And he bumps into this guy called Sam. Keeps bumping into him all over the place, everywhere he goes. And he helps him out with somewhere to stay. And it's the place where he takes him to stay is this sort of strange looking building. It looks like a flying saucer. It's sort of like flying saucer shaped with windows all around the outside. And it's got a narrow column holding it up with like a lift and a staircase that leads up to the entrance from the street. It's a unique building, I can tell you. Anyway, yeah, lets him stay there as long as he agrees to water the plants once a night or so. And this guy tells him there's one unique aspect to this place, and that is that across the way from the building there's this other building, and there's a telescope in the place where he's staying. And he says he gets him to look through the telescope, and there's this woman that does this sort of striptease routine at the window, and he watches her through the telescope, and he says she does this every night just like clockwork. Anyway, he starts watching her each night because he's getting more and more interested in her, because she's quite attractive and everything. Even though he cannot really see her face properly, he likes the look of her, you know, how she looks and everything, sort of in her underwear and all that sort of stuff. And then he notices one night that there's this guy on the roof nearby, this fixing a satellite dish or something in the dark, like welding and stuff or something like that. And he notices this guy's watching the woman at the window also, because he's sort of near the building where she's stripping off at the window. And anyway, one day, Craig Wasson, his character, by the way, is called Jake Scully. He's sort of driving out to town, into the shops and that. And on the way, there's these guys sort of like doing some gardening work in the street, and they've got trees in the road in front of his car, so he can't get past. And then he notices the woman who's been watching through the telescope is sort of waiting to come out of her driveway, out of the entrance of her gate of her house, and she's waiting to get past as well. She's got dark glasses on, and she doesn't notice him, by the way. And then she drives off when the guys move some of the trees out of the way of the road. And he notices that the guy that was watching her also, while he was working on the satellite dish in the dark, he's in a van just down the road. And then when she drives past, this guy starts following her. And this guy, by the way, who was doing working with the satellite dish, watching her, is an Indian, like a red Indian. And basically, Craig Wasson follows both of them until they all sort of go into this shopping mall in the car park underneath. And he follows the woman up the escalators into the mall. And he follows her to where she goes into this shop where she's buying a pair of underwear. And he's watching her through the window. And there's like a gap in the curtains of the changing room, and you can see her trying on the underwear and stuff. And the woman in the shop has noticed that he's sort of watching her through the window, and she calls security. And this is a great scene, by the way, that after this sequence, there's like another chase scene where he's following the woman, and the Indian's following the woman as well, and he's trying to catch up to her before the Indian sort of gets to her. And it's very well shot. It's all shot on like mostly on steady cams and stuff. And I believe that the shopping mall, it's in Beverly Hills. I don't think that shopping mall's there anymore. I think it was demolished. Someone told us, I think, a while ago, which is unfortunate because it's a great looking location. It's all white marble and stuff, and there's like these glass lifts and stuff. And there's like camera shots from above showing you them running around in the mall up and down the escalators and stuff. Anyway, there's a scene, I forgot to mention that Jake Scully, played by Craig Wasson, also suffers from severe claustrophobia. And so there's a scene later on in the film. I'm not going to tell you the whole film, but there's a scene later on in the film where he's still following the girl, and he follows her to the beach, and the Indian's still after her and stuff, and the Indian manages to he catches up to her or something. Oh yeah, that's right. He catches up to her and he steals her handbag off her, and runs off with it. And Craig Wasson runs after the Indian to try and get the handbag back. And he runs through this subway at the beach. And as he's running through the subway, Craig Wasson suddenly freaks out in the middle of the subway and pins himself to the wall. He's absolutely having this severe like anxiety attack. And he's got his back to the wall with his arms stretched out, and he can't breathe properly. And he's dizzy in the room, the subway, it's spinning and everything. The walls are going in and out. There's these great effects with the camera going in and out and stuff, like really trying to show you what he's going through, you know. But the film is heavily influenced by Alfred Hitchcock movies, and in particular, it's influenced mainly by the film Vertigo and Rear Window, because Brian De Palma is a really big fan of Alfred Hitchcock, and so he's deliberately paying homage to Alfred Hitchcock by like making this new story, which is interwoven aspects and elements from both Rear Window and Vertigo. It's very cleverly done, and the film has a really great music score by Pino Donaggio, who I believe is Italian. He's an Italian composer, and he's done a few Brian De Palma's film scores. He also did Dress to Kill, and I think he did Blowout or something. I'm not sure if he did Blowout, but he did like a few others of Brian De Palma's. And he's a very good composer, and the music on this is like, some of it's very melodic, and it's really well done. Like, I believe the soundtrack was released a few years back, quite a few years back, but it's really hard to get now, and it goes for huge amounts of money on like eBay and stuff online. But you can get another version of it with clips from this soundtrack on a Brian De Palma compilation CD. It's got like a compilation of Pino Donaggio's music from various Brian De Palma movies. But this This film also features the song "Relax" by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and it has this whole sequence where Craig Wasson is sort of appearing in this porn movie in the film, and it's shot like a music video with the song "Relax" playing, and Holly Johnson from Frankie Goes to Hollywood is actually in the scene singing "Relax" with Craig Wasson and walking around and stuff and sort of acting with him and singing at the same time. It's really well done, like it's a really good sequence. And of course Melanie Griffith is also in the film, and Deborah Shelton, and also Dennis Franz as well, who I believe used to be in I think he used to be in the TV show Hill Street Blues. I think he did anyway. And he was also in Psycho 2 and Dress to Kill. So Brian De Palma's used him before in Dress to Kill. I highly recommend this film if you haven't seen it. If you like suspense thrillers, murder mysteries, and films with really good stories, good plots, you know, and good acting, and like the type of film that really holds your attention, and it's the type of film you might want to watch quite a few times, because I've watched this film numerous times over the years. I've watched it many times. I first used to have it on VHS on an ex-rental copy that I got from my local video rental store. Got it for about $2.99 ex-rental, and I've always loved it since then, since I first hired it out. And it's just a really great film, you know. It's one of them classic cult movies, I think, I would say. And by the way, the back cover of this one, I think, is the worst cover out of the three, because there's no pictures or anything on the back. But I suppose they had to do that to fit on all the special features and information and stuff. Very unfortunate, like. And this one's on the, what's it called again? Indicator label. Like I say, it's a UK Blu Ray. And I'm not sure, but I think it might be Region B locked. More than likely, it probably is. And it also comes with the DVD, I think. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it comes with the DVD version of the film. And I've also got this film separately on DVDs. I've got the Region 1 version, and I've also got the Region 1 Special Edition version and the UK DVD version of it, which I'm not going to sell them. I'm going to keep them all because I'm a huge fan of this film. And as you can see, the discs there have got different pictures on. There's a picture of that apartment where Craig Wasson stays. You can see it there. It looks that's the underneath of it. It's like a flying saucer type thing. And this also comes with a booklet. Yeah, which has got Craig Wasson on dressed as a vampire, because he's starring in this film called Vampire's Kiss in the movie before he gets sacked by Dennis Franz, the director of the movie he's in the film. So he plays a vampire. And there's lots of good photographs in here and information about the film and stuff, behind the scenes stuff and that. I don't know if I can show you properly with it. You can't really see. But there's a oh sugar. I lost the page. I was going to show you a picture of the apartment where he stays. In a second, I'll try and find it again. I think the light here is starting to flicker. Maybe the battery's starting to run out. I don't know. Bear with us while I try to find this picture of the apartment where he stays. Oh, there it is. There's the apartment where he stays. As you can see, it looks like a flying saucer. That's the underside of it, and you can see the lift thing in the stairs that go up the side there from the street. So anyway, that's my review of Body Double, Brian De Palma's Body Double. And it's well worth seeking out. And if you're strapped for cash at the minute, you can pick it up on DVD really cheap off Amazon or eBay. It's far cheaper than the Blu-ray version, but it's well worth getting a hold of. The DVD is pretty good quality as well, but obviously the Blu-ray is the best quality of the best quality version that you can get. It was also released on Laserdisc in America as well when it first came out. So I'd just like to thank everyone for watching this video. Thanks everybody for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. But if you didn't like it at all, well, give us a thumbs down. I don't mind, as long as you're honest about your opinions of what you thought of the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, if you want to see more videos from me. And don't forget, you have to click on the notification bell now, because YouTube's made it so you have to click the notification thing if you want to receive notifications of when I upload new videos. So thanks very much for watching this video, everybody, and I shall see you on the next one. So bye for now.